It's crazy to me that the S25 Ultra has been out for 3 months already. Yes, it got announced on the 22nd of January, so officially, it started shipping out to people like a week later. But I got mine on launch day, and I've been using it as my Android daily driver. It's got my primary SIM number in it, and it has been basically ever since the phone has come out. And a lot of phones I've tested out over the last couple of months, including the OnePlus 13. I've got the Pixel 9a now. I mean, there's just been a lot of phones that I've tested out over the last couple of months, and I keep going back to this one. Why? Because I like the big screen, I like the flagship level performance, and I like the S Pen. I use the S Pen a lot with the phone. It is a nice thing to have. And honestly, I know that there was a lot of people that were upset that they took out the Bluetooth connectivity. You can't do like the remote shutter function, which is something that I loved previously with the other phones. Yes, that's not there, or the air gestures. But, well, since I haven't had them, I haven't been using them. I haven't really missed them that much. But it would be nice, of course, if they were still there. I'd like to see them bring them back if enough people complain for the S26 Ultra next year. But overall, it's been a really good phone. The Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, it gets me all day battery. The screen looks gorgeous. And the only issue I've had with the screen is I talked about this recently where I seem to be having an issue where the oleophobic coating is rubbing off right here. I don't know if I got something on it. I don't really touch that part of the screen very often. It's very weird to me that it even has that issue going on there because normally it would be somewhere down this area where you touch and type all the time in a high traffic area. So I don't know how I've managed to do that, but there's like these two little spots right here where it seems like the coating is coming off. I don't really understand it. And there were people that were complaining about the S24 Ultra last year saying that the coating was wearing off, but I had a screen protector on mine all year long. So this time I've been using it without a screen protector. I've not had a screen protector on this phone at all. And I made a video recently talking about how impressed I was with this Gorilla Glass Victus armor that it's got because it's really good. I mean, even using this 3 months now with no screen protector, I can't see any visible scratches when I'm using it. And if you get under a microscope and a flashlight and try and look at it closely, you can find a few small ones here and there. But it's nothing like what we used to get, and it's nothing like the ceramic shield on my iPhone. My iPhone 16 Pro Max, I have no screen protector on there. It looks like somebody ran a Brillo pad across the front of the screen. Like there are so many scratches all over it. So Victus Armor is definitely way better than ceramic shield. So that's something that I've definitely learned over the last couple of months. Now, there have been a lot of good sales. I think right now the sales are not that great. There's like a slight discount. You get some free Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, which are good earbuds, by the way. Really good earbuds. I enjoy them. I've been using them with my S25 Ultra, and I think they're solid. And it's nice because you've got the interconnectivity with other Samsung stuff. I've been testing out the Tab S10 FE, so I'll have a video coming out on that very soon. I just took it on a plane trip. I took it with me to New York. I was in New York last week for, well, yeah, I guess technically last week now since it's Sunday. I was there for the new Motorola Razr launch, so I took it with me, put a bunch of videos on there and stuff. So I'll have my review on the Tab S10 FE coming very soon. So if you've been waiting for that, that'll be coming. Also, I've got a video coming out for the Pixel 9a very soon, and also the Nothing 3A, which I have that as well. So lots of stuff coming up. But if you're in the flagship department, it's hard to go wrong. And also, I'm still using the Kind Suit case. So I've tested out some UAG cases and a couple other cases that got sent my way. But I really like this case. This is the Kind Suit case. This is basically their modern kind of synthetic leather case, vegan leather, whatever in the world they call it. I don't even know. But I got it the day I got my phone, or the day after I got this phone. And they had a great sale back then. I got it half off. I paid $28 for this. Paid for it with my own money. And I love this case. It's nice. It's held up. I mean, it's held up really well. There's no fraying. There's no tearing. There's no cuts or dings or gouges or anything. And it's been on here as my daily driver for 3 months. So I'm happy to report that if you've been looking into getting this case, if you've seen it at Best Buy or you've seen it online, I like it a lot. And it's nice and thin. Like, it doesn't really obscure the form factor and make it bulky. And that's one of the things I really appreciate about this phone. The big change that they made was going from those barreled rounded sides on the S24 Ultra, which I did not like and I think made it hard for me to hold on to, and it made it feel bulky. This phone feels so much more sleek. It feels more sleek. It feels easier to hold on to. These flat sides with the rounded corners. I think this is a big, big change for the form factor, and I think that people probably like it. I like it much better than the S23 Ultra, the S24 Ultra. So I had no problem with them switching to this design. It feels lighter. They shaved some weight off of it. And this is the first Ultra phone that hasn't felt ultra bulky to me probably since ever. I mean, maybe since like the Note 10 Plus. I mean, that one felt kind of sleek. So we've had some bulky phones over the last couple of years, and this one I like. I've complained about this before in other videos, how I don't like a lot of the bigger phones because they're so bulky and big and hard to hold on to. I like about a 6.3, 6.5 inch screen. One of the reasons I love the Sony Xperia 1 Mark series is because they've got a 6.5 inch screen and they're very thin. They're very easy to hold on to. So this has been a big change for that. One of the reasons why I've carried this more than the other Ultras in the past. I've talked about this before. I do like the Ultra phones. I think they're some of the best phones that get made every year. But I don't like to carry them usually as a daily driver long term because they're just so big. So this has been a change that I've appreciated. It still has a big, beautiful screen. I love the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. It works like a champ. Like every time, it works really well. I don't even use facial recognition. I mean, it works fine on here, but I don't like it. I hate whenever I'm going to grab something on my phone. It's like, oh, your phone unlocked. I like the... I like the directed, intentional, let me just touch my thumb on my phone. I call me old school, but that's one of the reasons why I don't really care that there's no facial recognition on the Sony Xperia Mark phones, because I just like the fingerprint scanner. So the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner on here is solid. It works well. One UI 7 has been so nice, and that's one of the frustrating reasons why people were so upset with it taking so long on the S24 Ultra. One UI 7 has been so nice. It's made it zippier. They changed up the animation speeds. It feels smoother. It feels faster. It feels more contiguous. And it's just so nice. They changed up the icons. The colors pop a little bit better. It feels even more homemade than ever. It feels like a genuinely Samsung experience. Like you're using Android 15, but you really feel like you're using a Samsung phone, not just Android 15. And I really think that it helps gel everything together with the phone and with what Samsung's vision is and trying to do with this. And I get it. There's people out there as bloatware, whatever. Okay, Samsung is making an entire overlay for this phone. Yes, they have their own apps. Call me crazy. You get a Samsung phone and you have a Samsung, like a browser on here. You have a Samsung keyboard. You have a Samsung calculator. You know, there are a couple of different apps on here, but when you have so much storage, people call it bloatware. They used to call it bloatware because we had 8 gigabytes on our phone. The operating system was taking up 3 gigabytes, and then you would get all these stupid apps loaded on top of it for no reason. That is dead. We don't have that anymore. You're totally fine. Bloatware, it doesn't exist. That's a thing of the past. But the phone is really nice. I like it a lot. It's been, like I said, my daily driver. I have two phones I always carry. I have my iPhone. I record all my content on it, but it has my secondary SIM card. I keep my primary SIM card so I can pop it in and out of phones whenever I'm testing them, and I feel like that's the best way to use them for a daily driver. Not as a secondary phone, but as a primary phone. So I have my primary SIM in here with my normal number, and I've really enjoyed using it. Phone calls are great. Haptics I like. The battery life is excellent and lasts me all day, and yeah, I think it's the best Samsung phone they've ever made. I mean, the regular flagship phone anyway. I mean, I still like the Fold, and that's the one hard thing when I get one of these new phones. Like, so basically what happens, I'll probably use this as my daily driver until the Z Fold 7 comes out, and then I'll switch to that, and I'll probably use that until the S26 Ultra comes out. I like both of them, and like once I get situated with one, I don't really want to move back and forth. So this one has been it for 3 months for me now. And like I said, it's my favorite Ultra phone that they've ever made. I know there's rumors for next year. Maybe they might get rid of the S Pen. Maybe it might not. Maybe this might. I don't know. We'll wait and see what the rumor mill is. The biggest rumors, well, the biggest thing coming up really is the Edge. We've got the Edge coming up probably next month, and then a couple months later we'll have the Fold and the Flip. So there's a lot of excitement in the Samsung world right now, but I just kind of wanted to go back and dial it in and talk about this one because it's been a short 3 months. Like, it just does not feel like it's been 3 months since this phone was announced and came out. But I like it a lot, and I think it's probably been the most positive sentiment and feedback I've got from people who have picked it up. People seem to really like this phone, and it resonates well with them. I think it's a good device, and if you're looking to pick one up still, they're a good option. Like, they're a really good option. I mean, they're still going to be in contention for the best phone of the year at the end of the year. And I say that every year. I mean, this phone comes out at the beginning of the year. I mean, January 22nd, not even a full month into the year. And then at the end of the year, we're talking about it being phone of the year. And there's so many other phones that come out over the next 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 months. It's crazy. So there's something to it. Samsung does some good stuff. They've done a lot of good things with this phone. And if you're interested in one, I think that you'll probably be pretty happy with it. Just maybe see when you can get a good deal. Probably the next one coming up, the next big deals will probably be Memorial Day. There's going to be a Memorial Day sale. There always is. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. Samsung's been pretty happy to drop the prices. They've still got good trade-in credit. Like I said, right now, you can get a slight reduction in price, give you some free earbuds, good trade-in value. I mean, it's even a good pickup right now if you want one, especially through the carriers. So that's all I got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all that stuff, of course, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.